Say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Okay, so my idea for this class was that if you have a stability ball, we're going to use that. And then if you have some weights, I'm just going to use these because I only have heavy weights right now, but I want our weights to be maybe not quite so heavy. So maybe like 5 pounds or 8 pounds. So these are about 3. So if that's what you have too, just whatever weights that you have, we're going to use those. And then if you don't have a big ball, I'm going to show some variations, what you could do. A few of our things where you could be on the floor and you could do some of this stuff with like any kind of ball you have. Okay. And then for weights, if you don't have weights, then we could use just cans or water bottles around that you might have around the house. So I'm going to try to keep some order here. And today, the band that I have, it looks like this, okay? And I'll do another class on Thursday where I'll have one with the handles. But if you have bands that have handles, that's totally fine. But I'm just going to show you a few things with the band also. So we're going to mix this class up. It's going to be a little bit of everything. And the first part today, we're just going to warm up. So I also will tell you that Jacob is home. So if you see a kiddo like burst in, hopefully he'll go find something else to do. Okay. So for our warm-up today, I want us to use the ball. And then I'm going to make sure that YouTube can see me. So we'll use this ball first to warm up. I'm going to back up just a little bit. And I have a chair here because we might do some stuff with the ball. And if you're not feeling like super comfortable with the ball, then we can sit in the chair. So I'm going to show some variations. Okay. So if you don't have a big ball like this and all you have is the little soccer ball, any ball you have, you can use that too, okay? So we're just going to start with a warm-up, and we're going to use this ball. All right. So what I'd like us to do is it's going to be either a step forward and a raise, or it could be a lunge and a raise. So it might just be this, okay? It might just be that. That's okay. But what if you know how to do lunges and you feel okay with lunges and you're familiar with them, then we can go step with a lunge, okay? Step with a lunge. If that bugs your knees at all, then let's just turn it into a step forward, okay? So let's just go ahead. We'll step forward. If you're feeling comfortable, it can be a raise. If this is bugging your shoulders at all, or raise the ball overhead, you can drop the ball. Jacob. What you doing, buddy? Hopefully my tripod won't get knocked over. Let's do 2 more. Okay. All right. So the next one we're going to do is a little bit of a rotation. So our waist, we're going to go this way. Okay? But if it feels okay, Jacob's going to go ahead and walk through. He likes to come in and burst in on me, and that's okay. I told him that's all right. So if it feels okay, I'm going to have us try to do that same lunge, but come across. Okay? If that's not feeling okay, we can just do that step. Step. We're just getting warmed up still. And if we can let the chest follow the ball. That would be the more advanced move. Chest follows the ball. Let's do 1 more each side. Okay, cool. So that's it for our little bit of a warm-up. We're just gonna try to get just a little bit warmed up because this is a 30-minute class. And then after this class is over, we're gonna do another class. So you can stick around if you want to. let's grab these weights first. So if you have your weights, I'm going to give us a second. I'm going to grab my water. If you need a water. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a chest press. Okay. So I would love for you to be able to do chest press on the ball, but if that's not comfortable, you can do it on the floor. So we can be here and we can press up. Hopefully you can see me. So elbows are kind of low and then come together. Okay. But what I would love is if we could walk out on that ball. If we can walk out on the ball and if we can raise up like this, that's level 1, okay? So if you think that might be okay, I'm going to have you try that. If that makes you feel like, woo, that's going to be crazy, then we don't have to do it that way, okay? So I want to make sure Facebook can see me. I'm realizing I don't have as much space as I want. So we're up, and we're going to come together in a press, okay? So we're going to press. Keep your butt up. And let's do 5 more presses. Two more. Okay. So I want to superset that for the upper body. We just use the lower body to hold us up also and the abs. So this is an all-around combo exercise we just did. But now I'd like us to lean forward. Keep our chest up. We're going to turn this into a row, okay? So I'm not hunching my shoulder blades. I'm keeping those down. I'm bringing my elbows back, bringing those shoulder blades together, okay? If you realize you've picked the wrong weight, then that's okay. You can change weights. Or if your weights are too heavy, you could switch it to just 1, okay? If your weights are too heavy. So either way, let's keep going for like 4 more. 1 more. Okay, awesome. So I would like us to do each of those things 1 more time. So we're going to do that chest press. So you can either be on the floor and do the chest press. If neither of those options worked good for you and you want to sit in the chair instead, that is okay. Okay? So you could sit in the chair and you could press. You could press like that. Okay? That's totally fine. So let's go ahead. We'll try that chair we'll try the ball 1 more time and walk out. Getting the neck laying on the ball, raising the butt up, keep that butt up, and let's go ahead and press again. My elbows are not flared out. My elbows are down a bit by my sides, and I'm pressing up. And I'm keeping my butt up as much as I can. If you need to be here, that's okay. But if we can, we'll keep that butt up. If you're already tired, that's okay. You could go ahead and take a rest. Let's do 3 more if you're not tired. Awesome. Rolling back up. Okay. So we're going to do that row again. If sitting on the ball is not feeling good, you don't like that, you could sit with the chair, okay? And it would be the same idea. Dropping the trapezius muscles, bringing the elbows back, shoulder blades together, okay? Cool. So go ahead, pick your way you're doing it if you haven't started already. I'll show us on the ball since it's called balls, bands, and weights, but you can use that chair. I almost rolled off. So that's why we got the chair if we don't want to fall off. You could also just kind of have that chair there in general for some balance, but we don't want it to be in the way. So let's try those rows again. Bringing those elbows back. The trapezius muscles up by the neck, those are relaxed. We're trying to focus in between the shoulder blades, okay? I'm going to do about 5 more. One more. Awesome. Okay. So we have our chest press, we have our row. We were already using our legs a little bit and a little bit of our abs. So what I want us to do is focus a little bit on the abs and legs again, okay? This is a little bit of a combo class. So I'm gonna put my weights to the side, out of my way, and we're gonna do a leg curl, okay? Now, if you don't have this ball, what you can do instead of this leg curl is a bridge, all right? So you could lay on the floor, hopefully you can see me, and instead of doing what we're gonna do, you can go up into a bridge and you can hold it, okay? But if you have a ball, I'd like us to do some leg curls. Try to get where everybody can see me, YouTube and Facebook. I thought I had a lot of space when I started. We're gonna try a leg curl, so this is gonna be for glutes and hamstrings a lot. You probably will feel the calves helping you. We don't want the calves to help too much. We're gonna lay on our back. Remember, if you don't have a ball, you can just do this. If you have a ball, I want you to see how comfortable you feel with the ball in the middle of your feet. Put those feet out. Let the calves rest on that ball. Raise yourself up. If you raise yourself up and you're wobbling all around, then you just are going to, for this exercise, just hold yourself still. If you feel up to it though, and you think you could raise your butt up, curl it in, okay? You try to keep your butt up if you can. If your butt's down low and you can only row here, that's okay. Whatever you can do, you could even have it on the floor, that's fine too. So whatever you're going to choose, whether it's no ball at all, or whether it's just hovering, or if it's just a little roll, that's fine. Let's pick our way to do it. I'll do the one where my butt is up. So we're up and we're rolling, and let's go together. If you're just holding it on the floor, just try to hold it as long as you can while we're going. Try to keep your butt up. I'm going to do 4 more. 3, and try 1 more. Okay, awesome. Good, good. So I'm going to check our time really quick, see where we got. Okay, we're doing pretty good. So if you need a drink of water or anything, you can get one. I have coffee. I should drink the water out of the water bottles right behind me. That would be a good idea. So we just targeted the legs. Let's target the abs a bit, okay? We're already on the floor, so let's stay here. And we're going to do some abdominal twists. So if you don't have this big ball and you just have this little ball, what this is going to look like for you is just going to twist and twist, 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 okay? If you have the big ball, we're going to use the big ball. But what I want us to do is it's harder on your back if you lean way back. It's a little bit easier and more starter way if we just stay up like this and have both feet on the ground. But the more advanced way would be to lean back and twist. Let the chest follow the ball. Let the waist do the work back and forth. Now, if that's easy and you're already here and that's easy, you could raise one leg up. Ball's in my way. You could raise one leg up and do the twist. Or if you're real advanced, you could do both, okay? I want you to pick your way you're going to do it. Little ball is fine. If you have your big ball, though, that's great too. So we're going to take that big ball. We're going to lean, have our little lean. We have our legs, okay? Got our ball. Our chest is following the ball, and we're going to twist. Make sure you're still breathing. If this bugs your back at all, you can sit up a little more. You could just be here. You could be here. That's okay. If you're doing okay, though, you can lean a little bit back. We're just going to keep going. Let's do 1 more on each side. Okay, awesome. So we're going to do each of those things 1 more time. So we're going to do We're going to do either the bridge that we just did or the leg curl. So let's go back to that. Targeting the legs and the core is helping. So it can either be your bridge or it can be your bridge here. Make sure you can see me. There we go. It can be here. Or if we can, we'll roll in. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Whatever you can do, even if it's just holding yourself up, that's okay. And we're rolling that ball in. If we're trying to keep that butt up, if we can. I'm going to do 4 more repetitions. You can do whatever feels good to you. Okay. Awesome, awesome. So we've got that one more set of the oblique twists. So we've got our ball. We can have both feet on the ground or we can raise it. If you didn't try to raise it last time and you want to try to raise that foot up, raise that foot up and we'll go ahead and count 5 on, we'll go back and forth 5. We'll switch back and forth 5, okay? So back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs if you were raising your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Checking our time a little bit. We've got a few minutes left. And I'm going to have us get our band. So if you have your band. After this class is over at 10 o'clock, we're going to do some recovery stuff. So if you can stick around, that's awesome. But I kind of count it as a totally separate class. So if you can't stick around, that's okay. But I'm not going to turn the live stream off. I'm going to keep it going. Okay. So in this class, this 30-minute blast class, we're not going to do stretching in the class. But if you can stay with us, then you can get some stretching. So I want us to pick a place to sit. If you really want to stand, that's fine too. If you don't want to sit, you can sit in the chair if you don't feel comfortable with that ball. Okay? A chair or a ball or the ground. That's fine too. All right. So I'm going to sit here. And I want us now to just relax the shoulders. Okay? Relaxing the shoulders. I'm hoping that we can take our band, hold it in the middle. Hopefully it's not a heavy band. If it is a heavy band and this doesn't feel good, what we can do instead is we can just do this motion instead with the arms, or we can pick up the weights and we can do this motion with the weights. Okay? But if you have your band, I'm going to have you get that. I'm going to have you hold it in front of you. The wider that you hold it, the less resistance that you'll have, which might be better if you have a heavy band. So what I want you to try to do is see if you can pull that band apart. Can you pull that band apart and focus that tension in between your shoulder blades? You're going to feel your shoulders helping you. So I'm going to show you another angle. I'm not hunching my shoulder blade. I'm not hunching my trapezius muscles. I'm trying to keep those down, and I'm trying to pinch the shoulder blades together. Okay, so trapezius muscles down, okay? And then we'll open. Pick the right spot so you'll be able to open and open here. If that's not feeling good on your shoulder to do the band, then remember you can drop the band and you can just do this part here, okay? With the weights or with the band. So let's go ahead and keep going with this one. We're bringing it back, back. If your band is heavy, my band is a little bit heavy. I think I can keep going. If you feel any sharp pains or anything, don't keep going. This is going to be good for helping us kind of overcome sitting at our desk at the computer all the time. So let's just do a couple more. Okay, I'd love for us to keep our back muscles in between our shoulder blades strong so that when we're typing away, that back can help open us up. Okay, So we're cooling down a little bit. I'd like you to, we want us to try this one more time. You can pick the different way to do it if you want to do it a different way, okay? Or if that doesn't feel good and that band is too heavy, this time, don't fall off your ball though. This time you could do like just a row, okay? If that's not feeling good, what we just did, do the row next, okay? So either the row or the fly or the weights be our last one, okay? Last set for this class, drop those trapezius muscles, bring the shoulder blades together. If this doesn't feel good, you could be doing that row, or you can do this with no weights. The key is bringing those shoulder blades together. Let's do 3 more. Okay, awesome. Let me see what our time is. All right, so I'm right on time, which is great. I started the class a little bit later than I wanted to, but I'm so glad that you came for balls, bands, and weights. I'm going to be doing this class again on Thursday. Okay, so we can try this class again on Thursday. I'll change it up just a little bit, but this is balls, bands, and weights 1. And if that's all you can stick around for, that's totally cool. But I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a stretching class next. So I'm going to give us just a little break. If you're staying with me, take some water or some coffee. And the thing you'll need next is, so it's called, this next class is going to be, what do I call it? Stretch and roll. So what I meant by that was I wanted us to have a class for stretching, and but then also using the foam roller. So if you do have a foam roller and you want to go grab it, I'll give you a second to grab it, okay? And if you don't have a foam roller, you could use a ball. This might work too. We're going to try it out. Or if you don't have that, if you have any other kind of little ball, so when we use the foam roller, if you don't have a foam roller, we can try this little ball or these little balls. You can even try a tennis ball, okay? So we're going to work on a little bit of mobility and some stretching. Okay. So I just want to say hi. Thank you for joining me. We're going to officially start the next class here in like 30 seconds. I'm just going to clear my area a little bit. This. Might need that. Okay, get this band out of here. Hi, Facebook. Thank you for joining me. Hi, YouTube. Okay. So I just want to introduce us to the foam roller. And I have this kind of foam roller, but you could use any kind of foam roller. You can find them anywhere. The one thing I like about this one is that it is kind of soft, but it also has a hard plastic inside, so it's pretty dense. So sometimes it might be a little too hard for somebody. But the one you might have at your house might be not as hard. Like if you go to Walmart or Target, the ones they sell may not be the ones with the plastic inside. They may just be really kind of squishy. Like they might just have some squish to them. Okay, and that's fine too. So if you don't have a foam roller, you could also use a soccer ball. I'm going to show you a few things. Okay, let me give myself some more space. Put this big ball up somewhere from our last class. All right. So I want to show you how to relieve some tension in this upper body. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to release the tension in the back and the chest, and these serratus anteriors are hiding right here. Okay. So get whatever you have, whatever kind of little ball that won't break if you squish it. Even a little tennis ball, that might be kind of rough on you though. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to lie down on this foam roller see if I can lower YouTube, Facebook down. Hi, Facebook. I'm going to see if I can maybe not mess this up and lower this down just a little bit. But I might mess it up. Sorry, that's my hand. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. Live classes. All right. Thank you for sticking with me. We're all doing these live things now, right? Since we can't be out with anybody with the quarantine. So what I'm going to have us do is lay. Your shoulder blade is going to be here. Right underneath the shoulder blade, you're going to feel this, I call it a shelf. I just want you to lay on that, okay? What I would like us to do in this class is not necessarily roll back and forth, but learn how to relax onto this, okay? Allow this to apply pressure. So if you do have a foam roller, I just want you to kind of hang out and almost pretend like you're going to sleep on that foam roller, okay? We're trying to relieve some tension here so that it might loosen the tension in your neck. We could try a ball. Keep going with the foam roller if you have it. This might feel okay, especially if it's more aired up. Okay, and you can just lay on that way. Keep on going if you have the foam roller, if it doesn't bug you. Whatever little ball you have, stick it in that shelf. Okay? If you want to be hard on yourself, this ball might hurt a little bit. You can stick that there too. Okay? And just let it be there. If you find a tense spot, you can move. If you still have the foam roller, that's cool too. You could give it a little wiggle if that's okay. All right, we won't pick on any area too much. So let's do the other side. Okay, other side. Find that shoulder blade. Get that meat, get that shelf. Find that. And then put that foam roller or whatever you have right there. Okay. Then you can try to fall asleep on that foam roller. We're not going to roll back and forth on this foam roller right now. We're just going to try to apply some pressure so that it can relax this serratus anterior. So whatever ball you have, maybe you have a tennis ball, whatever do you have, to be able to do some myofascial release, you can just put that in the meat of that shelf there, that serratus anterior. You can find a new spot. You could go back and forth a little bit. Not anything too harsh, okay? So when these are tight, that goes and translates all the way back up into the neck, okay? So we want to relax that. Now that we've relaxed that, we can go ahead and let's focus on in between the shoulder blades and our back here, okay? So I'm going to put this foam roller, I'm going to put it right there, okay? Right through here. All right. And again, I'm not going to roll back and forth. I'm just going to lay on this foam roller there, okay? Find that in-between shoulder blade spot that I showed you, and then maybe this is all you do. That's okay, okay? Maybe you just stay here. If it's hard on your neck, you could support your neck. We just want that pressure to be applied. Now, can we go back a little bit? Can we go back just a little bit? Okay. If you feel like you can go back a little bit more, you can go back a little bit more. If you don't need to hold your neck, you don't have to, but see if you can go back a little bit more. Whatever range of motion do you have, okay? Now I will say let's go up almost like a crunch and back. Almost like a crunch. We're trying to relax. We're trying to massage that area back there, right, in between the shoulder blades. So I don't want you to roll back and forth. I actually want you to just allow the pressure to be there and roll over it like this. Okay? So what if you have something else? You can take a little break if you need to. What if you have something else? You might just focus on one side at a time. So don't put it right in your spine. put it on one side, okay? You could put it in one side, and then you could do that same thing. You could let it, you could support your head if you want to, and you can come up, and then you would switch sides. Go on the other side of the shoulder blade, or other side of the spine with that little ball, whatever ball you have. And once you find that spot, you can just lay yourself over it. We don't have to roll back and forth. It's almost like doing a little crunch. And that little ball, if it's a little ball and that's what you have, I'm flashing my rear, then I want that little ball, it's like in between your shoulder blades. Here's my spine. And I want it off to the side there, or off to the side there. It could be a little higher, but you do each side on the side there. You could also try the soccer ball. That would be okay. Okay? Or whatever ball that you have that's not going to pop if you squish it. And same idea. All right? Same idea. Almost like you're doing a little crunch. You'll see a lot of people just rolling around on these foam rollers. We don't need to roll around. Apply the pressure, lean back. And if you don't lean back very far, that's okay. If it only feels comfortable to do this, that's okay. All right. Let's check our time. Okay, we're doing good. Got YouTube going and Facebook at the same time. If you're just joining us, then I'm calling this class Stretch and Roll, because we've got the foam roller. Got these little balls. Maybe I'll have to think of a new name since I don't want you to roll too much. Okay, so we're trying to release the pressure that's in the neck, especially if we're going to sit and type all day. So we've already targeted the serratus anterior that applies pressure in that neck if it's tight. We've already focused on in between the shoulder blades. So the other major important thing is this chest. This chest right here, when we type or when we get into the fetal position because we're stressed, then this gets crazy tight. So what I want us to do is apply pressure to the chest using one of these tools. And we're going to pick both sides, okay, of the chest. We're going to do both. It might feel a little awkward because I'm going to have you on the floor applying pressure. So it's harder for women, right? It's harder for women because we actually have a chest. All right, so for women, we're really going to just focus, we're really going to just focus on the meat of the, like, do you feel the muscle part, okay? I want you to stick to where you feel on the muscle part. Guys, you're going to be able to rub your whole chest with this, okay? But women, just that little, unfortunately, we're going to have to maybe just focus on that hard part of the chest. We might not be able to get it completely without causing some pain, okay? So I want us to take this foam roller, and I'm going to show us, so we're here. And I've got meat in my chest right there, okay? That meat in the chest, we want to hit that foam roller right there, okay? Or the ball, whatever ball you have. Even if it's this soccer ball, we're going to put that in the hard part of our chest. Or if we have this tennis ball and we're being real mean to ourselves, because that's going to really dig in there. Okay? So we got that meat of the chest. We're going to have it there. You don't actually have to do this, but I'm just for showing you. And I'm going to get on this floor. Hopefully you can see me. And I'm going to stick my chest. I'm going to stick this on the hard part of my chest. Okay? And I'm just going to sit there. I'm not going to roll around too much. I'm just going to sit there and relax on it. And if that's super uncomfortable, apply less pressure, okay? Don't smash too much. And don't smash on the fatty part of your chest. Find that muscle part. Find that muscle part. And just try to pretend you're falling asleep on it. I go all the way down. And I fall asleep on it. Okay? What would that look like with the soccer ball? If you want to keep going with the foam roller, you can keep going. soccer ball, a lot less pressure. If that hurt with the foam roller, we could try the soccer ball. Okay? We're trying to apply pressure to the chest so it'll relax. We're going to be our own massage therapist right now since we're not allowed to see them. Okay? All right. We're going to go other side. If you have that little tennis ball, then you're still going to just focus on that meat of the chest, okay? So we're going to go other side. This is the last foam rolling for upper body we're going to do. I'm going to put that, whatever you've got, in the hard part of the chest. And hopefully we can see me. All right, and then we're just going to apply that pressure, making sure Facebook can see me. Your legs can be doing whatever. I'm kind of squished because I'm by that wall. So that's why my legs are funny. But I'm just applying pressure. If it's too much, don't apply so much. And then you can just fall asleep. Pretend like you're falling asleep on this foam roller and just really letting your body relax into that. Okay? All right. Cool. Let's check our time. All right, so I actually would prefer that you foam roll or do the myofascial release stuff before we do the stretching. So we just loosened up the serratus anterior. We loosened up the chest just now. And then we also loosened up in between the shoulder blades. So now that we applied that pressure and we really loosened up those areas, it would be a great time to stretch those areas, okay? So I'm going to have us go ahead and stretch those areas. And I would like for us maybe to just, and I'm sitting in a weird way, so if that doesn't feel good, just so that YouTube can see me, you don't have to be sitting like this. You can be sitting just any way you want, or you can be standing, okay? So I might just be here so both can see. And so I'm going to have us go up, flash everything. Okay, so we're going to stretch those lats, serratus anterior we just stretched. We're going to reach. We just foam rolled all these areas. If you're just joining us, we use the foam roller or a soccer ball or another ball. Can we press the palms up to the sky? Press those palms up and really let these areas stretch up as much as you can. If this is hurting your shoulder this way and that's not going to work, then you can go out, okay? You can go out. So you could be here at first. You could press out. Whatever feels okay. All right? And so now I would like us to stretch the chest. And I want you to see if you can grab your hands behind your back. If you can't grab your hands behind your back, and again, you don't have to be kneeling like I am. If you can't grab your arms around your back, then you could just try to put them back there. That's okay. Just try to put them back there. Try to get that chest open. Open up the chest, okay? So if you're holding back here, I'm hoping that you can also open up the chest. Get those, see my shoulders? We're getting locked into this position all day because of typing and because of stress. I want us to get out of that. I want us to open that up, okay? As much as you can. Keep your trapezius muscles down. Keep them relaxed. Trying to open that chest. I've got my fingers locked. And even if you're just putting your hands here, just try to get get these shoulders back, okay? Whoop. Okay, awesome. So we did a pretty good stretch for the upper body. I want to move us to the lower body next. My goal for this class is for it to end at 10:30. So hopefully we'll stay on schedule. And I'm going to move on now to show us how to do our foam roller for the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings. Okay? So if you need a drink of water, you can get a drink of water. Stretching sometimes can be strenuous. And we're going to move on to lower body. So I want you to pick a butt. Pick a butt. I want you to pick a side. We're going to focus on one part of your glutes. All right. So I want you to think about how your glute is. Okay. We've got it right here. I want us to just apply pressure to it. I don't want us to roll it back and forth. We're just going to apply pressure to that glute right now. For this, we might do a class where we just roll, but for this class right now, I just want us to sit on that glute. Can you apply pressure and let this foam roller just sit on the glute? Can you just let it sit there and can you relax? Could you just relax on that foam roller? It might be hard to hold yourself up, okay? If it's hard to hold yourself up and you need to, this is a more starting way, so you could start here. So what if you don't have this foam roller? What if you just have this ball? Just right there. Pick a butt, pick a side, and let yourself just sit on it and try to relax. Try not to tense up. Try to relax. If you can be here, you can be here. Just allow that ball to apply pressure to the area. Or if you have the foam roller, just realize that was in the way. We're just trying to relax. We're not going to roll back and forth, but we are using the foam roller. Pick the other side. In the meat of the butt. Try to roll on to that meat of the butt and sit on it. This is the starting position. That might be okay. Or if it's all right, you can get here and apply more pressure like that. I'm letting my butt cheek just relax onto this foam roller. Okay? So what if you don't have the foam roller? What if you just have a ball? Just do that too. Stick it there. You could leave it like that. Or if that feels okay, we can lean back. All right. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to do the same thing for the hamstrings and the quads. Let's do hamstrings first. I'm going to stick this foam roller under one side of my hamstring. I realize I did an awkward position. Sorry about that. Just stick it right in this meat of the hamstring. Okay? Now this might be enough pressure. You might already be like, that hurts. I don't want to get up and apply any more pressure. But if it feels okay, you could hold yourself up and let yourself apply more pressure. Okay? If you add the other leg on top, that's going to apply more pressure. So find a tense spot of that hamstring, that meat of the hamstring, find the middle, and let's just try to relax ourselves onto it. Okay? If you don't have the foam roller, keep on going if you do. If you don't have the foam roller, we can get that ball. Okay? We just try to relax on it. Try not to let your muscles get tense. We're just trying to apply pressure to our hamstrings so that we can get it to relax. You're going to be sitting a lot probably at your computer. These hamstrings, if we can get them relaxed, if we can get all these muscles relaxed, then maybe we won't have a back that hurts. Okay? Other side. Find the meat of the hamstring. Go ahead and sit on top of that ball. Maybe your butt's on the ground and you're just applying pressure here. That's okay. If you can apply more pressure though, if you can get up on there, but still let that hamstring try to fall asleep on that foam roller. You can apply more pressure with the other leg. If you don't have the foam roller, we could do soccer ball. Same idea. Find the meat of that hamstring. You can just sit on the ground and apply the pressure that way, or you can get up. Or you can apply extra pressure here. Okay? All right. So we targeted glutes, we targeted hamstrings. Now we need to do this hip flexor and quadricep. These guys, hip flexor, quadricep. All of this stuff's going to get super tight while we're sitting in our house all day. All right? So find the hip. Put this in the hip. Put that in the hip. Try to fall asleep on that roller. And let it be in that band that's in the hip. This thing that pulls your leg up, that's it. That's what we're doing. Put that there. You don't need to roll back and forth today. We're just going to apply pressure. You don't have the ball. If you have the roller, keep going. If you don't have the roller, here's our ball. Apply pressure that way. Okay? Other side. Other side. Find that band, hip flexor. Apply pressure. So again, it's that band that pulls your leg up, or that thing that's all shortened while you're sitting on your computer. That's where we're applying that pressure, that band there. Find that band and just let yourself relax. Try to relax. Keep going if you have the foam roller. This is what it looks like with soccer ball. Soccer ball is going to be much less intense on all of these, but if that's all you've got, you can try that. Might look like this. Okay. All right. So now, just like for the upper body, we did the loosening up first. Checking our time. We still have a few minutes, so we're doing good. So we targeted glutes. We loosened the glutes, loosened the hamstrings, loosened the hip flexors. Okay, so now we're going to give them a little stretch. So I am going to stay on the floor for this class, but if you want a chair, like if it's too much on the floor, you could sit in a chair, okay? You could sit in the chair, you could do these. But I'm going to show you on the ground. We're going to stretch the glutes first. I'm going to have us lay back on the floor. Okay, we're laying back on the floor, and we're just hugging one leg towards our chest. Hug that one leg towards your chest. And now, could you raise that leg up? It's not going to be by the chest anymore, but it's going to be just up. Can you feel a stretch in that hamstring already? If you do, that's perfect. You can stay right there. If not, you can bring that back towards you. So bring that back towards you. If it's more, that's okay. But maybe back towards you with a leg sort of straight. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So we just stretched the glutes and we just stretched the hamstring. Now I want for you to allow the adductor, the inside of the leg, to stretch. So I actually want you, that same leg you just did, I want you to just let it open. Can you just let it open? We're stretching this adductor. We just want to let our adductor open. If that's not good enough, you can put the leg out. You can put the leg out. That's okay. Or it could look like this. We just want to open up here. That's all. All right. We're going to go other side. I'm switching around so you can see me. So this side's at the camera. So first thing is hug the leg to your chest. Just take one leg. I have this other leg up here to support my back. Like if it's straight, that's okay. It could, but here is fine too. So right now we're just stretching this glute. Okay. We'll relax that. We'll put the foot up. When you straighten your leg, do you already feel a stretch in the hamstring? If you do, then this is perfect. You can stay here. If not, you can let it go back a little farther. You don't have to jerk it way back. Now we're targeting the hamstring. So our goal right now today is, I know you're going to be sitting down at your desk a lot, so I'm just trying to show you some stretches that might help you stay from having anything be hurting. Okay, so we stretched glutes, we stretched hamstrings. Oh, adductor on this side. Sometimes I repeat myself just so I don't forget. Okay, so we're just gonna, our knee is bent, and all we're gonna do is just open up. Okay, we're just opening up. You can flatten the leg if you want to, or leave it bent. So we were here, and we just open up, stretching that adductor. If you want to open the leg farther, you can, or you can just stay here. Okay? Hopefully you feel a stretch in that adductor. All right. So, check our time. Awesome. Okay, so it looks like we're right on time, right at 10:30. So, just as a recap, what you just watched was stretch and roll. So we did stretches. We used our foam roller, or if we didn't have foam roller, we used soccer ball. Okay, so I want to thank you so much for joining this class. The very first part of the hour was a separate class called balls, bands, and weights. So if you stuck around from balls, bands, and weights, and then you joined me also for stretch and roll, then I appreciate it. So I just wanted to also let you know that if you have any questions, I have a lot more at-home options. I have a whole class schedule going. So if you have any questions and you want me to send the class schedule that I've got going for while we're in this stupid quarantine, I think it's good that we're all taking space. And I also kind of think it's awesome that we're kind of forced to use online technology. So when I say stupid quarantine, that's what I mean. I don't mean that we shouldn't do it. So I know we're all just kind of frustrated and stuck in the house. So I'm so happy to be doing this with you. All right. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I do also have program designs that you can do that are on your phone through my app that you can try for free. I've just got a ton of free stuff that I want to throw at you. But then also I do have like virtual training and stuff available too. So instead of giving you a sales spiel about all that, I just want to say, just message me and let me know what you're working on. I know everybody is just trying to get through the day. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first. Bye, YouTube. Thank you so much for being here.